You know how sometimes you say thank you, and it just feels, well, a bit flat. Like maybe someone really helped you out of a bind, or a friend gave you just the perfect gift, or even a stranger, does something surprisingly kind. You get this rush of feeling grateful, but somehow thank you doesn't quite cut it. It feels like it barely scratches the surface. So today on the deep drive, we're going further than just listing alternatives. We really want to um, unlock the real emotional power behind saying thanks in English. We're going to explore moving past that basic thank you into like a whole range of expressions. Some are more formal, some super casual, and some carry, well, a lot more emotional weight.
Absolutely. And it's amazing, isn't it, how much more connection you can feel when your words actually match how deeply you feel something. This isn't just about, grammar rules or learning new words. It's really about finding the right language to show what's truly in your heart.
Exactly. So get ready to find out how to use these different phrases well. So your gratitude really hits home in, actual real life moments. Let's dive in. Okay, let's start with the everyday stuff, the casual ways we say thanks that kind of lighten things up. You've definitely heard thanks a lot or thanks so much, right?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
They're super common, friendly,
Hmm.
perfect for those small, helpful things that aren't like life-changing. Someone hands you a coffee, sends you that file quickly.
Yep. Here's that report.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Mm.
Simple, easy.
But, and this is important, with thanks a lot, the tone is absolutely everything. Imagine someone forgets your birthday and you go, you forgot my birthday. Thanks a lot.
Ooh, yeah. Suddenly sounds sarcastic.
Exactly, dripping with it. Or just disappointment.
So the real insight here, if you actually mean it, your voice has got to be warm, sincere.
That point about tone is so, so true. Okay, building on that friendly vibe, what about thanks a bunch? That one always sounds really upbeat to me. Very informal, great for friends. Totally, like someone brings cookies they baked. Oh, thanks a bunch.
Yeah. I actually have a little story about this. A friend helped me move flats once, and honestly, she carried heavy boxes like all afternoon.
Right.
Felt like hundreds. When we finally flopped down, I just said, thanks a bunch. Seriously, I owe you lunch. And it
Nice.
wasn't just the words, it felt, really genuine and warm. And it made her laugh, which was great because she knew I really meant it. Okay, let's kind of shift gears now. What about express down? I just said, thanks a bunch. Seriously, I owe you lunch. And it
Nice.
wasn't just the words, it felt, really genuine and warm. And it made her laugh, which was great because she knew I really meant it. Okay, let's kind of shift gears now. What about expressions that are a bit more polite, maybe for work or slightly more formal situations? I really appreciate it. I think this is one of the best ones, honestly. Super versatile, really natural sounding.
I agree. It hits a good balance.
It's polite, yeah, a touch more formal than just thank you, but you can use it almost anywhere. Someone picks up your mail when you're away. Oh, I really appreciate it. Simple. Or you can be specific, right? I really appreciate your help or appreciate you taking the time. Works great at the office, in emails.
And that just shows how much communication isn't just the words, even with phrases we think are simple. I actually had this moment in London once. I stupidly left my laptop in a cafe. Total panic.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But a stranger found it and just waited there, kept it safe until I rushed back. And when I got it, the first thing out of my mouth was, I really appreciate your honesty. Thank you so much.
Wow.
And that specific phrase, appreciate your honesty, it just captured everything. The relief, obviously, but also real respect for what they did. It felt right.
That's a perfect example of matching the words to the situation's weight.
Mm.
Now, for something even shorter, especially in professional settings, there's much appreciated. Uh,
Yes, very common in writing.
right. Often seen in emails, like, thanks for sending over the documents, much appreciated. It gets the point across politely without being, overly gushy.
And a quick tip here, which can trip people up. You don't say, I much appreciate it.
Good point.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It's more like a standalone comment. Just much appreciated. Perfect for that professional brevity. Adds a nice touch of fluency.
Okay, right. Now let's move into the big feelings. profound gratitude. Sometimes words just feel small.
Mm.
That's where "I can't thank you enough" comes in.
Mm-hmm. Powerful one.
It really signals you're overwhelmed with gratitude, doesn't it? Like the kindness was so huge, no amount of thank yous can really capture it. If someone was there for you and you felt totally alone, you might say, "You helped me when I had no one. I can't thank you enough."
It taps into that deep feeling that some kindnesses create a debt you can't really repay in words.
Yeah. And then that means a lot. Sounds simple, but oh, the emotional weight it can carry.
It really can.
Perfect for when someone's kindness or just their support really hits you, especially I think for emotional support, not just like physical help.
Absolutely. Thinking about that, I remember struggling really hard with an English exam way back, just feeling useless. And my teacher sent me this really short message just saying, "You're doing better than you think."
Oh, that's lovely.
It was. And I just replied, "Thanks. That actually means a lot right now." And it did. It wasn't just a polite thanks. It was like, wow, those words landed exactly when I needed them, changed my whole mood.
That perfectly shows its power. Now, for really formal moments or deeply emotional ones, "I'm so grateful" is very effective. You hear this in personal letters or maybe after big life events.
Right, like after surviving something difficult.
Exactly. After the accident, "I'm just so grateful to be alive," or,
Yeah.
"I'm so grateful for all your support through that." It has a certain gravity to it.
And just a quick vocab point here. Grateful is the feeling, the adjective, right? I feel grateful. While gratitude is the noun, the concept. I want to express my gratitude.
Good distinction. Thanks. Another one for deep emotion is "I'm touched." This one suggests someone's kindness really affected you deeply, maybe even brought a tear to your eye.
Yes, it conveys being moved.
Like, imagine getting a surprise card signed by everyone at work after a tough project. You might just say, "Wow, I'm really touched. Thank you all."
I actually have a story for that one too. A student, as they were leaving class one day, handed me this little folded note, and all it said was, "You helped me find confidence in myself."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was honestly speechless for a second. And what came out was just, "I'm so touched. Thank you." It's what you reach for when "thank you" alone just feels inadequate for that depth of feeling.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, rounding out this deep gratitude section, "I truly appreciate it," or "I sincerely thank you."
Very formal, these ones.
Yes, definitely more formal, very respectful, good for speeches, maybe formal letters, serious moments. You could picture someone at, say, an awards ceremony or after long recovery saying, "To everyone who supported me, I sincerely thank you."
And the impact really comes from saying it slowly, with genuine emotion behind it.
Absolutely. Okay, now let's look at some expressions that have slightly different nuances. Maybe suggesting surprise or even reciprocity, like "You didn't have to do that." I love this one.
That's a nice one. Warm.
It shows you're surprised
Right.
and you appreciate the unexpected kindness. A colleague brings you tea when you didn't ask. "Oh, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much."
Yeah, it acknowledges their effort, that it was extra, polite and warm.
Exactly. And then for more casual, friendly situations, there's "I owe you one."
Or the bigger version, "I owe you big time."
Right. These go beyond just saying thanks. They actually imply you'll return the favor someday.
Sounds like a friendly debt.
Yeah. Your coworker stays late to help you finish something. "You're amazing. Seriously, I owe you one." Very common between friends, colleagues who help each other out.
But critical tip here, these are strictly informal.
Good point. Don't use these in formal settings.
Definitely not. "I owe you one" to your CEO. Probably not the best move. Could sound inappropriate or just weird.
Okay, so we have all these great phrases, but it's not just about the words themselves, is it?
Not at all. That's such a key takeaway. In English-speaking cultures, maybe others too, the words are only part of the equation. You have to combine them with the right body language.
Yeah, that's so true. Think about tone of voice, first off, and eye contact. A warm thank you with a real smile feels completely different from a mumbled thanks while looking away.
Worlds apart. One connects, the other
Yeah,
kind of pushes away. Your body language basically proves if you mean it or not.
Undermines it completely.
Exactly. And sometimes a simple gesture can add so much, like just placing a hand briefly over your heart when you say thank you or I really appreciate it.
I like that.
It just adds that little extra nonverbal layer, makes it feel more heartfelt, more sincere. It resonates.
So, wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. From the easy breezy thanks a bunch,
Yep.
all the way to the really deep emotional I can't thank you enough, and the professional nod with much appreciated. Each one really does have its own flavor, its own feeling, and best use case.
It's a whole toolkit.
It is. And the main thing, I think, is maybe don't try to learn them all at once. Pick one or two that resonate, practice them. Start using them when they feel right, authentically.
Absolutely. And looking at the bigger picture, gratitude is just such a wonderful connecting part of using language. When you find the right words, the ones that genuinely reflect how you feel in that moment, it does more than just like convey information. It builds bridges. It shows you care.
Mhm.
It makes your English feel more alive, more human.
So well put. Okay, here's a little challenge for you listening. The very next time someone helps you out or does something unexpectedly kind or just offers some support, consciously try using one of these expressions we talked about today, maybe one that's new to you.
Mhm.
Just notice how it feels to say it, and maybe how the other person reacts.
Yeah, just remember, words aren't only grammar points on a page, they're containers for emotion. So use them with heart.
What specific phrase or idea from our chat today stands out most to you? Something to think about.